You don't hear the music yet because I haven't started the intro. This is like the
Oh, okay.
opening slide.
Okay.
Now I'll hit this, and there's your music, Jana.
Yes. Yes. That's what I've been waiting on.
Here, just for you, I'll let you dance all by yourself. Go
I
ahead.
have to tell you how to do the music every time.
It's all about you, Jana.
That's
I'm not even there.
now. I'm trying to get there. There it is. My phone's a few seconds behind today. That's not going to surprise you.
No, not at all. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, the dancing queen, a.k.a. community admirer, or a title to be named later, Jana Clark. I am Greg Milby, community storyteller, and this is episode number 109
Woo!
of Bacon in Your Mailbox.
Old.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Thursday, May 13th, if you needed the date today. And you know, when we do this at the beginning, I feel like what's it, Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest. I do feel like their show. I feel like we have to do this more because that's what they do.
I do it all the time. I do it less if I've been outside where it's not cold, because typically I use my coffee as more of a hand warmer than I do a drink. But it's kind of hot. My cup is actually hot right now, so I'm not doing a whole lot of that.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about being outside in the cold in a minute. But first, to make it official, it's a good morning, Carter. Good morning, Carter Blankenship.
Mr. Blankenship, who is a local celebrity these days.
He is. And you know what? When you know a celebrity, you play a celebrity.
Yay! Moin, Greg.
That's my favorite thing. We need a t-shirt with just Carter's face on it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, totally.
That would be so great. Oh, it's
totally.
Awesome.
So amazing. So amazing.
It is fun. All right. So we got to get into our Baconites here and see who has checked in. Let it kind of propagate for a minute. I guess while that's doing that, we can talk about the weather forecast. How about this? You know,
how about windy?
Oh, it was windy yesterday.
It was 65, high, sunny and cool, mostly sunny and cool. That's my kind of day, friend.
I'll take it. Partly sunny, chilly, 43 tonight, sunshine 68 on Friday. Saturday looks to be a picture perfect type of day with temperatures in the 70s.
Hey, put that back up there. Oh, okay. Wait, I just figured out why. I was going to tell you that your sun had craters in it, but that's because that's tonight. That's like moving into it's morphing into the moon.
Yes. Thanks for noticing that. It's only been that way for, I don't know, 3-4 months.
I know, I'm a little slow.
Goodness gracious. Brian Dennis. Sorry. Good morning, Brian.
Oh, Brian. Not only is Brian first poster, you know what today is, right? Today's Brian's birthday.
Is it Brian's birthday today?
Brian, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it is. I think it is. You're going to need to sing.
I don't have any. I gotta fix that. I gotta work on some graphics and post later on. Brian.
Oh, there's plenty of day today, Greg. You can do that at any point, and it will thrill your friend Brian.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I'm pretty sure.
We'll look and see. We'll double check.
You can tell me if I'm wrong.
There's Matt Kitts.
Hey, Matt.
Bryce Shoemates.
Hey, Shoe.
We'll talk about you guys in a bit, Bryce.
Yep.
Jay Hobbs is in today.
Hey, Jay. We're always talking about Jay.
And Bryce says Carter still calls him Cop.
Nice.
Carter calls Jennifer Greg's wife. You know,
nice.
It's not
nice. I like it.
It's not even that. So let's talk yesterday. The first Hardin County Chamber of Commerce out or in-person event for a while.
Yeah, in 14 months.
Yeah. The Elizabethtown Tourism was the sponsor. Headed at the sports park.
On a beautiful, sunny, and perhaps the windiest 2 hours of the year.
I was freezing early on.
I mean, it was so cold early.
Yeah. And I had this plan. I was like, you know what? I will set all my audio equipment, sound equipment here so I can step out in the sun. And then after the meal, and you guys made that split decision to have people take the chairs and go sit out in the sun for the first session.
Yes.
Well, that left me in the clouds because I didn't want to block somebody's view. And then I'm glad I was in the shade for a while because look at I got burnt yesterday.
Yeah, it was. So a month ago, the discussion was we can only have we have to space out and we have to make sure everyone can eat under the pavilion because people won't want to sit outside in case it is hot or raining, or we have to make sure everyone can sit underneath the pavilion to eat lunch. Well, what we should have been saying is we need to be sure that as many people as possible have the opportunity to sit outside because it will be too cold underneath the pavilion.
It was freezing,
but it was really nice to be together. We did have plenty of space, which was important. Lots of breeze, but people were catching up and networking and talking business face to face for the first time in our community in over a year. And so it was a great day for those reasons.
I enjoyed it. And the most important thing, I got a sports park hot dog yesterday.
Night. We had burgers and dogs, really right off the grill. Todd and his team served up some fresh off the grill ballpark food. It was like a cookout. It was really fun. We had ice cream right out of the freezer, lots of sodas. I mean, it was just really fun.
I was disappointed in the ice cream.
Wow.
Because I was working. And then when I was getting everything packed up, I was going to go grab me an ice cream, and they had done wheeled the magic machine out of there.
Oh, well, that's not their fault. That's your fault.
Oh, I didn't say it was their fault. I was
the ice cream cooler was disappointed that you didn't come visit sooner.
I know. I looked in there a couple of times and I thought, oh, this is Blue Bunny stuff.
It was good.
I was, yeah.
As my friend Kendra Stewart, who did a great job yesterday, she said it was a little soft, just like I like it.
It's good stuff. Hey, Jay says there's a big baseball game tonight. Would that be an E-Town and Central game? Is that what that is? I'm not sure.
I don't know which game is tonight.
So Jay will catch us up, I'm sure.
Jay will tell us. There is a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Brian Dennis.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Your gift is that I don't have a crazy meme for you right now, but I will make up.
I was going to say, your gift is no chicken bucket face like he did to you last year.
Right.
I remember the chicken bucket face.
Oh, there are a few there. I'll find those. We'll get some of those posted.
Happy birthday, though. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah. 1 year closer to his AARP card. Yeah. You know what? You start getting those in your 30s. They send those to you no matter what.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And then, so yesterday, I just want to, let me just check. Today, I need to know if your equipment is working correctly over there in your studio.
You know what? I'm happy. It only took you 8 minutes and 20 some odd seconds to bring this up.
So I had to wait till I had a captive audience online listening to what I have to tell you all that Greg Milby did to me yesterday. So we've said chamber event, my colleagues, I'm the sponsor, the sports park is the host. It's a big day it's a big day. And I'm at the microphone making my remarks, thanking everyone for coming and giving a very important speech. And my mic goes dead. Like my sound went out. No one could hear me. And I was mortified.
And everybody cheered. I don't know what that was about.
That's beside the point. And I look over and Greg is standing at his sound magic or whatever. And I realize that he's the one responsible for the fact that my mic just went dead.
Yeah. And out of all the people in all of the world that I could have, that it could have happened to. I mean, originally I was like, it had to happen to Jana. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm glad it happened to Jana because that gave us something to talk about. Actually, it's one of those things, it's early in the year for my sound system for race stuff. And the power supply had been frayed and I'd forgotten to order a new power supply. So I had my backpack on there and I thought, you know what? If I start moving stuff around, she's going to shut up so I can close this stuff down. And I moved my backpack and I guess it hit the power wire of it and it just kind of cut it out for 2 seconds.
Because right as it came back on, I said, Greg, did you just mute me? And I look over and this is what he does.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Yeah. But I mean, all in all, the sound quality was fabulous.
The sound quality was fabulous.
And
on a very challenging day.
Kendra brought up the fact that we should have had walk-up music. I wish I would have been given permission to do that, because I would have given Todd Yancey at the ballpark walk-up music. I would have given you some walk-up music. I would have made those special.
Maybe we talked about it, but we didn't talk about it with you, which is shame on us.
I would have so done
We'll
that.
do it next time.
Yeah.
Music's good too.
I would have made sure that you had a great song to walk up to. There's no doubt about it.
Hear that. It may have been our bacon.
There you go. I probably would have been it. So Jay Hobbs says yes, determines number one seed for district tournament too. And I know Central Hardin's playing pretty good now. They've kind of got their act together. They had a slow start. They've won, I think, 4 straight now. So
after a slow start, they have the hottest bats right now of any team, I think. So tonight will be a great night for baseball too.
Yeah. I would. We are going to Lexington this afternoon to retrieve our oldest son for the summer.
Yay! And all his dirty laundry.
Yeah. And everything else. So we had a discussion yesterday. Do we bring the van or do we bring the truck? And I said, well, I'm going to bring the truck. He goes, well, wouldn't it be easier to load in the van? I'm thinking, no, because half that crap is going to stink to high heaven. I'm going to throw it in the bed of the truck and put the bed cover over the top.
So when you get home, will you make him unload it all?
Nah, it depends on how nice he is on the way back.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him and tell him to play his cards right, and he'll get some help when he gets home.
Well, you know what? Maybe I will help him, because I need to keep him fresh, because I have some events this weekend. And so now that he's home, it's time to work.
Oh, slave labor. Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, he's getting paid.
I hear you. Good.
So Jay says Central Hardin is doing their senior parade again this year, May 18th from 7 until 8. And it is really neat. I enjoyed it last year because it was Gavin's senior year, but it was neat to drive through there. So May 18th. So
very
and then
fun.
There's my neighbor Shirley. So,
hey Shirley.
And then our friend Kristen Parrott.
See, her dad probably told her to get back on and start watching the show, because I said I haven't seen or heard from Kristen lately. He's like, oh, I'll tell her I saw you.
Good.
Hey, Kristen.
There's my part-time son I get during basketball season, Dustin Shepard.
That's right.
Which,
look at that. I like his picture. That's the big proposal moment, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Popping the question. There you go. Got to keep that one up for quite a while.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad she said yes, because that would have been very awkward.
That would have been bad. That picture would have not been his profile pic.
Yeah. So this weekend, literally, we talk about the pandemic. You know, we talked about the chamber lunch and getting to have something in person. I think this is a marquee weekend because
Katie bar the door.
This is the opening weekend for events in the Heartland and in Bacon Nation. Maybe that's what we call it, Bacon Nation.
Oh, listen to you.
I like that. We got a slab of events going on in Bacon Nation this weekend.
You're killing me.
I'm on it. So, one Friday night, Green Space is hosting their first of 3 of the Green Space Community Concert Series at the Emerald Cathedral Amphitheater.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
There's going to be Lions Club Chicken. Speaking of Brian Dennis, Lions Club Chicken, 2 amazing acts, one local, one visiting us from out of town, I think. And tickets are still available. There's a limited number, but there's enough. So hop on there and get your tickets with Green Space, their website, or I think there'll be a few available at the door if there are still some. And it will be a fabulous night. It really will.
Yeah, and I'm excited about it. So 6 until 9 p.m. It is a group called Countywide, which is the national touring group. But if you've not heard the local duo yet of Commonwealth,
yes,
their vocals, their harmonies it's phenomenal.
It is. And so Matt McDougall is half of that duo, and he's the one that I know of those 2. But she is literally a songbird. Like, she just is incredible. And when they put their sound together, it's good stuff.
Yeah. So I think both attend Grace Heartland Church. They're in the worship band. Matt, I don't think he's up there as much. And I don't know why, but I mean, but when he sings, it's impressive. And then when she sings, it's impressive. And you put those two together.
I mean,
If that's the opening act, that's a lot
I
of
know,
pressure
right?
for the
I
main
know.
show.
I know.
But $10, and if you've not been to the backside, all right. So it's Pear Orchard Trailhead. You can park at First Presbyterian Church or at Grace Heartland Church and walk over. It's really easy to do. Not too far into the trail, and then all of a sudden it opens up to this beautiful amphitheater, which they've got benches all through the woods.
Yep.
And we'll get more info a little later today. I'm doing an interview with Matt Deneen here in a bit about that.
Fun. He knows a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we'll talk more about that with him. But it benefits.
Friday.
Yeah, it's the events tomorrow night from 6 until 9 p.m. And then it benefits the green space trail improvements, helps with the 30 some odd miles of trails that we have, and the green space bridges to natures project, which is the other bridge that they're working on.
Amazing.
So that's good. And then Saturday morning, Glendale Fire Department is having a car show, which is in conjunction with the Glendale Spring Fest. And that's from 9 a.m. until 1. And the proceeds will benefit the WHAS Crusade for Children and the fire department as well.
Very fun. So go for the car show. Stay for all the fun that's going to happen after. I'm talking the most amazing craft fair vendor village. Great shopping, great eats. Amazing. So what time's the car show start?
It starts at 9.
All right. So you got to go early for the car show, stay for everything else.
Yep. So Kentucky'sHeartland.com, by the way, community calendar. We have all that stuff on there. We keep adding events to it. So if you've got an event, make sure you get it to me. So we'll get that on there. But you can find the info, turn-by-turn directions to get to where the event is, all on that page. So and when we do a featured interview about it, those will be on there as well. So Kentucky'sHeartland.com. And then Brian Dennis says he's serving pulled pork, hot dogs, and maybe hamburgers if the pulled pork runs out.
There you go.
That's Friday night at the Green Space event.
So there will be yummies, just not chicken. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah. Back up, Dustin, the Bluegrass Sportsplex is having a little Cardinals event this summer at the Plex. So there was a teaser on their page, and I know we're going to do an interview with Dustin. And I know I think at one point they had already sold out of spots. So I don't know if that's opened back up or not. He said I can tease it. So there's the tease. Chris Mack will be there.
Because we don't know what all is going on, but we'll find out and we'll get the details out there, Dustin.
Because John Calipari usually comes during the summer at some point.
Yeah, my kids went to that when they were little. Yeah.
So now Chris Mack doesn't do a lot of these, and he is coming to E-Town to do this event.
Because he knows we're cool.
It's going to be cool stuff. Looking forward to that. Yeah. And then we can start the show again if we want, because Amy Powers is here.
Oh, my girl.
Yeah. Jana's stunt double.
My girl.
Yeah. And then, and it's the FCA sports camp and basketball camp by the Plex, but featuring Chris Mack.
There you go. Very nice.
Good. So we mentioned the car show. What else was there? Oh, Saturday morning early. It is the Ignite Your Souls for Kids' Sake 5K, which benefits Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Kentuckiana.
Yes.
That's going to happen at Severance Valley Baptist Church. It starts and ends there. We'll go out of the parking lot and run up Robin Brook Boulevard and back. So
perfect.
My race business, we're timing that, and I'll be emceeing the event, and but still come anyway.
Anyway, don't let that keep you from coming out. And it's a nice route because it is safe, it is open, good for families, good for kids. It's not difficult. Like, that's a tremendous opportunity. Tell people what time to be there.
All right. So race starts at 8. You can do packet pickup and same day race registrations beginning at 7:00. If you want to sign up, ckracemanagement.com, or you can go to kentuckysheartland.com and find the link. It's $25 for adults, kids 10 and under run for free. And again, all this benefits Big Brothers, Big Sisters. So should be a good time. And then if you want to run it again next Saturday, and we'll talk more about it, is the Autism Spect Run. And that's where we will have the meet and greet with Carter.
So this weekend could be your warm up for next weekend.
Right.
Do both.
Right. Because you want to, if you're going to go, you want to impress my friend Carter. So practice, make sure you know the course. And then next weekend you can hang out with Carter.
And then just practice doing this.
I got to figure that out. Hold the door. Amy Powers is listening in Destin.
So I knew she was there because listen, so I went to Flywheel and she said, "You went without me?" And I was like, "Well, get yourself down here." Then she throws out, "Sorry, can't. I'm in Destin." I was
She
like,
did.
well, then don't complain.
She did that on purpose. Like, oh, you're at Flywheel. I'm so jealous, knowing that you're going to say, well, come join me. And she can go, me and my sexy husband are down here on the beach.
Yep. She's living it up. She's living her best life.
That she is. So Jay says, how cool is our community? So many things to do and benefit so many people. We don't know how good we have it. Hashtag E-Town Rocks. And it does.
For real, friend.
And we're not even done yet. All right. So Ignite Your Souls 5K Saturday morning. And then after that, you need to head over to the Hardin County Extension Office, 111
Fire
Opportunity Way.
Plant. It's the plant sale. The plant sale.
22nd annual Lincoln Trail Area Master Gardener Plant Fair. And we used to get a lot of stuff there. But now I forbid Jennifer. Okay, I'm not even going to say that because that'll sound bad. Jennifer can only go for so long because
you have to cut her off.
Well, yeah, they had this plant taxi that they would bring these plants back to your vehicle for you, and she would pull in here in the minivans looking like it's got hydraulics,
like a jungle. Yeah. They do have really good plants at great prices, I might add, and so sometimes you just can't help yourself.
And that is Saturday from 8 a.m. till 3. Again, 111 Opportunity Way at the Hardin County Extension Office. So if you're not familiar. Ring Road there at Western Kentucky Parkway, cross Western Kentucky Parkway from the truck stop is the big facility that they got there, and it's outdoors.
Big building, be a lot of stuff going on. You'll see all the cars. Like, just swoop yourself in there and grab some.
And not just plants. I mean, these are outdoor decorations and stuff like that too. They got over 40 vendors that are going to be there. So 8 to 3. Used to when you went, the other location they had it at, it was hard. So.
Well, I was going to say, and so just listen, this is a soapbox moment for me. Be patient and be kind to people. And there'll be a lot of people, especially if the weather's nice. It's always really crowded. There's plenty to go around. Bring your manners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Hinton's Orchard will be there. I talked to them the other day. We went and filmed some stuff out there. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
That's where I get my geraniums. I plant red geraniums on my front porch, and everybody apparently in this area loves red geraniums, and so I do kind of rush out a few days before Derby. So that's my week, and I found them this year. So
yeah, we do that. I call it the cheater pots. It's where they load up the pot for you, and then and it looks beautiful. You can just put it on the porch. We usually buy 2 of those, but Mother's Day weekend they kind of sold all of them. So I've got to wait for them to redo these things. So we'll get that lined out.
There you go.
So that's going on. So don't forget that 8 till 3. Again, it's the 22nd annual, and people make that's where they pick up a lot of their plants is that thing. And it's a tradition for a lot of people. So that is cool. If you got a bunch of junk, free dump day is Saturday at Pearl Hollow.
About my junk.
I mean, if Mitch needs to clean out the garage or you need to clean out a closet or something, I'm just telling you that Saturday is the day, Pearl Hollow from 7 a.m. until 1. It is the free dump day. Hardin County residents only, no businesses or contractors, no tires, no batteries, antifreeze, motor oil, paint, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you can take all your stuff there and dump it for free.
I mean, it's just good old fashioned junk. And if it's as windy as it was yesterday, make sure you're on the right side of that breeze.
Yeah.
I think about that stuff. How crazy am I? That's what I think about.
Oh, you're crazy. We know that. And then another event that's going on is the Wine and Wags event. And I've got an interview that is going to be going up noon today with Sarah Fellows with Friends at Hardin County Animal Shelter. They've got the Wine and Wags outdoor courtyard, Water's Edge Winery and Bistro Saturday. Keep making that up. But they had to postpone it from April, which they ended up postponing it to a perfect day. So noon to 3, and it helps support the work that the Friends of the Hardin County Animal Shelter do for the shelter pets.
And so you can bring your fur babies if they're nice. I can't bring mine because mine don't really do well in those situations yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still training my little one, but they made a special drink. It's like pooch punch or something. Like it's some kind of wine concoction. I mean, doesn't that sound fun? Pooch hooch, pooch punch, something.
And I mentioned this to her in the interview, but I hope they don't serve it in a dog bowl. But how fitting would that be if they ended up serving that drink in a dog bowl?
Bring it on. Think of how fun the pictures would be. But listen, this local business, I just can't tell you how wonderful they have been. They opened at a difficult time, and they stuck with their business plan. They are the nicest people ever. And that's a great little spot for an event like this. And it's one of those events that it will grow, I promise. And so get out there and support them. And it's in the afternoon. You're going to be tired from the walking and the shopping and all that stuff anyway, and taking all your junk to the Pearl Hollow. So just come on out and enjoy that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. No doubt about it. Kathy says, hello, Greg and Jana. Walking out at the lake, a beautiful day. Yeah. Green space trails. It is beautiful. And
so nice.
Shout out to her. Made her 100-mile goal.
Congratulations, lady.
Awesome.
She's superwoman.
Yeah. And then Morgan's here too. So well, whatever.
Hey, Morgan. Morgan slept in.
Yeah, it's obvious she did because she's wishing Brian a happy birthday. We did a dance and everything. Morgan, you missed it.
You missed it. We sent him his AARP card. It was fab.
Mm-hmm. And Jay Hobbs, you're right on it, Jay. Jana brings up the drink they offer. Preach it, brother.
It is a winery, Jay.
Just saying. I mean, saying. You should we should have a cocktail show with you.
I mean, I know my lane, fellas. Let's just say
Jana's juice, and you could spill the tea, as the kids say, with all the cocktails that you know.
So speaking of, I was at Flywheel Tuesday night for trivia because I love Flywheel trivia, right? It is my midweek. It is my break from stress. It is so fun. And so we haven't had it for a very long time. And so I went out Tuesday night. Ashley says, Jana, what are you going to have tonight? And I was like, I don't know, Ashley, what would you recommend? And so I tried a couple of different beers that I'd never had before, but they have a beer there called Farmer's Market, and it has it's peppery, but it's made with kind of a light beer. And so you get a little bit of pepper in the front. And I said, this is fabulous. And he said, I thought you might like that. And I was like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah. I think I'm not a huge beer guy. I just, but I've tried a few at Flywheel that I like.
And listen, so beers now, I mean, they go from ciders that taste like fruit punch. They have one right now called the Up Dog that, I mean, it really is like a sparkling fruit punch. All the way to, bourbon. I mean, Mitch had the Forgotten Barrel, that bourbon beer, and he loved it. And he's not a beer guy. He's more of a bourbon guy. But they also do have bourbon. They also have wine. So you don't have to love beer to hang out there and have a good time.
And kids can go there too. I mean, the kids play games and all that stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's fun. Why is Flywheel not a sponsor of this show?
I don't know, but I do love them.
We need to go down and talk to them about that.
I know, right?
I mean, it's time that we got to up this game a little bit, I mean, I got wires fraying and your microphones are going out. I mean, it's time. I mean,
we need to up the tech budget. I still don't have a microphone. I almost stole Greg's microphone stand yesterday, you guys, and that would have been headline. He probably would have reported me to EPD, and Chief Thompson would have come chasing after me for stealing Greg's microphone.
No, I mean, they treat me like you treat me.
As well they should.
I mean, I'm friends with a lot of EPD guys, but I never want to get pulled over by them because I think they would tase me they want me to, run on me. Won't you run on me? Go ahead and go. Go ahead and run. I'm like, no, go ahead. You go. They'd light me up.
Oh, too funny.
Just saying. I mean, I'm not lying about that. Not at all. So, Hey, dogs. Since we mentioned dogs and we talked about the Wine and Wags event, did you know there's a puberty stage for dogs that, and I don't think maybe Tipsy is on the backside of that.
She'll be 1 Monday. She's almost 1. What age is puberty for dogs?
Crazy Daisy is literally in this stage, and I know that, and I'm feeling that now. Dogs become less obedient to commands during the adolescence, just like teenage kids do.
That's my dog.
Yeah. In experiments, dogs were more likely to ignore commands given by their caregiver and were harder to train at the age of 8 months during puberty. Despite being less mature, prepubescent dogs around the age of 5 months were more obedient to their owners than the older dogs. The research team, which claims to be the first to find evidence of adolescent behavior in dogs, reassures owners that dogs that are going through this phase it's a passing phase. Because I thought we were on to something with Daisy, but the last week or so, no.
I feel like my dog, maybe she's a late bloomer because she's almost 1, but she is, that's exactly where she is. And when I said she can't go to the Wine and Wags event, that's why, because right now she's crazy. And I thought maybe it was the springtime and getting outside more and just run. No, she's a little crazy right now. She's living up to her name. That's for sure. I need to bring her down a few notches.
Yeah. Shane says his kids have been going through that for the last 8 years. So.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Daisy just loves people. There's any movement outside.
Yeah.
She's got to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And she's ruined going to, I can't remember what the restaurant, it might've been Culver's. She can't go with Jennifer in a ride in the van and they go through any drive-through because she thinks there's a pup cup coming.
Oh.
And then she's kind of like, what? I don't get that deal.
Where's mine? Maybe it's in here. It's not. Yeah.
No. So what are your plans for the weekend?
Mother's Day cards.
Do what?
She got one of my Mother's Day cards last weekend and chewed up about half of it. And I was like, I mean, it wasn't the one from her. It was the one from my mother-in-law. But I called my mother-in-law and I was like, your grand dog needs to come visit you.
There you go. So, Daisy has been chewing on her outdoor furniture.
Oh, nice.
I walked out there the other day. I thought, oh, you know what? She's so sweet. She's laying on the back deck. Because we did a redneck fence. We put the outdoor furniture, laid it down on the side to block the steps going down.
Yes.
And I go out there and she's gnawing on one of the arms of it.
She's going to chew our way through.
I'm like, what in the world? And then so she comes back in and a little bit later on, she rings the bell because she rings the bell every 6 seconds when it's sunny out. So I take her back outside and she pees on a mat in her kennel. I think they say they don't do it out of spite, but I have a hard time believing that because
she might be a little bitter.
She'll pee or poop in a kennel like immediately when we put her in there. Like, you know what? Whatever, you're going to clean this up. So the mat was outside kind of drying after we'd washed it. She walks over to the mat and pees on the mat on the back porch.
When she had the whole yard.
I don't get it.
Oh, adolescent dogs. You need to get a handle on that. That could be Garrett's job for the summer. Like you could assign that to your kids this summer. Your job is to train this dog.
That would require them to actually come out of their room. They need instead, like we talked walk up music for the chamber luncheon yesterday. They should have like walk out music when they make their appearance. There should be smoke that comes out of the hallway from upstairs. The lights like it. Yeah, it's like a WWE intro. I should see a picture. We should have video screens that go, and now Garrett Milby
making an appearance.
Yeah.
That's funny.
May have to work on that.
Yep.
So what's your plans for the weekend? You're going to the plant fair and anything else fun you guys are doing?
Plant fair. I will tell you what else I'm doing. So there's a baseball event at the sports park this weekend, which is really fun because it's one of the first events that the sports park is owning and operating it on their own. And there are teams playing from all over. I think there's, I don't know, 60 something teams from all over Kentucky and 6 other states. And it's the first sports park turf war event. And so I'm really excited about the talent that's going to be out there this weekend. And so I'm going to be going out this weekend to get some pictures of that event. So I'm excited about that. And so you're going to see these teams, just like I told all these businesses yesterday at the Chamber Luncheon, like when they are here, we are so good at treating these teams with the friendly hospitality that we have been known for. And so we also promote this type of stuff to our visiting teams. Like they will see in their welcome email all the things there are to do in town. They'll know that there's, craft fairs or there's a concert, things like that. And so when they're not playing at the park, we want them to enjoy everything our community has to offer. And so that is one of the things on my list this weekend. Also that, and speaking of dogs, this is the fun job I have this weekend. Our dog beds have those canvas covers on them because they're the big dog beds. It's time to zip those things off, wash them, and put them outside to dry them. And if you've ever put a diaper on an elephant, that's what it's like when you get ready to put the covers come off easy, Greg.
None of it ever goes back like it's supposed to.
Listen, LL Bean has that part down. They're easily removable. What they don't tell you is they're not as easy to put back on.
No.
Well, I put it off, and now it's been, I'm embarrassed to tell you how long it's been. Months, I guess. I don't know. But they are, it is time to wash the dog beds, and I have to get it done this weekend. I put it off last weekend. I used Mother's Day as an excuse.
I mean, it's plant fair. You could use that as an excuse.
Right. I am going to do the plant fair too, for sure. Of all these things, that is definitely on my list.
Or you could go, you know what? I just had too many of those dog bowls of the Pooch Punch. I can't get that done.
Listen, I'm going to stand up at that event. I'm going to say, listen, I will pay somebody to come take the covers off my dog beds, but you can't leave until you put them back on. That
would be the people that would do it. I think they may know. They may know for sure. So we've got actually our race management business has 3 events on Saturday.
Wow.
So
how do you do that?
Very carefully. That's how you do that. So one is a 5K, which, we can handle that. It's 4 hours, I think, total. We're in and out of the whole deal. And then we have a cycling event. Central Kentucky Wheelmen are doing their time trials, which you can sign up for that at CK Race Management as well. But if you're a cyclist and you want to ride this time trial, it starts and ends in White Mills on some of the back roads. And that starts at 10 o'clock. So
you'll be fast. The weather's going to be nice.
Yeah. So we've got our timer guy will, when we finish the 5K, while we're packing stuff up, he's going to load some gear and he'll head to White Mills. Now, there is another very unique event happening that's sold out. And, you train for this. So it's not like somebody's going to go, I'm going to go try that. It's an event called the Last Soul Standing. So it's legit like this. So Running Souls, Will Rivera at Running Souls, they're putting this event on, and it's a qualifier for a larger event. So the concept of this concept from Big's Backyard Ultra. So the concept is you run 4 1/4 mile loops. All right. They're in a farm in Howell Valley, and they run 4 1/4 miles, and you have 1 hour to complete that 4 1/4 miles. Okay. A lot of runners can do that, a lot less than that.
Yeah.
So then at the top of the next hour, the bell rings again and you go again.
Okay.
You do that until you go hour by hour until there is 1 runner left. There are 80 runners, I think, that are starting it.
Okay.
So that means there are 79 DNFs, did not finish, and there's 1 finisher.
Wow. Does the finisher have to finish the last loop?
They call them yards. The 4 1/4 mile loop is called a yard in this event. Okay. They have to do 1 more yard than anybody else. So after the last person drops, they have to go 1 more loop.
Yard. Wow.
The athletes that are participating in this.
Yes.
This event could go till Monday.
I was going to ask you how many you're expecting them to do.
The last one was well over 100 miles last year.
Wow.
And this year, some of the athletes that are coming, it could go into Monday. So tomorrow night, I got to go and we got to start setting that up because we're helping manage that as well. And then, we'll have a rotation thing going through the week. Yeah. And they go every hour. And if you finish it in 59 minutes, you'd turn and burn and go again.
You got to go in the next one. Wow.
Yeah. So you talk about determination.
You pace yourself, or is that a go early to get done early so you can have more time to rest? I guess everybody has a different approach, huh?
I think it's a different approach depending on who it is, and where you are in the process. You know, if you need to change shoes or do something, you may run that yard a little faster.
Wow.
But think about you were talking about a unique event. That is a super unique event in our community.
That's cool. And where is that?
It's on a farm in Howell Valley.
Okay. So it's out.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Yeah.
And they that's the only time they run that farm. There's a little trail on it. The only time they run that farm is this event.
Super cool. I love it.
So that's some uniqueness and good weather for that, at least.
Very fun.
Yeah. Morgan says that is insane, but fantastic at the same. It is. It
truly.
is.
Yes.
And just the mindset that you have to go through.
Yeah.
To do an event like that.
Yeah.
I will not be surprised if it's not 140 miles or 150 miles they do.
Wow.
Won't be surprised. So we'll report next week on that. And I may do a video out there or something on Saturday for Kentucky Starting, just to kind of let people see what it is. Cause they've got some camping areas and then people put up easy ups and, in the middle of the night, we got a light tower that we put down there so they can see when they're coming in and out. So it'll be fun.
So they'd love to make a video during all that.
Yeah. I may try. So we got all that going on. So it'll be fun. Good stuff.
We're busy. We're busy around here.
Perfect time to get my kid home. So I get some labor out of that.
That's right.
All right. So again, if you want to see events that are going on, Kentucky'sHeartland.com. There's a bunch of events there. Of course, you can go to toureatown.com and find events that are happening right in E-Town. And it's where we are now. I'm excited that we're able to kind of transition the show into talking about local things and regional things, but we were able to cram a ton of events that are happening in 1 day or 2 days just in this little show.
And I do think it's going to get better and better. I mean, we're going to continue to be able to get more creative with events that are happening in our community. We're going to be able to welcome more people. Things are, and you said this is a banner weekend. I at one point thought that it would be kind of July 4th, but I think it was Derby weekend. I think it was early May. I think we're really good. We've gotten good at doing it with provisions that are still in place. And so my very last soapbox moment is to go get your folks vaccinated, because the more people we have vaccinated, the more we'll be able to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I think a lot of that's slowing down now. So we got to get people back on that mindset.
Right. And so it's not like it's not a challenge. It's not hard. If you say that you can't get one, call me and you will be vaccinated by the end of that day if I have anything to do with it, because I will show you how easy it is. So any pharmacy, Kroger has them. If they're out of stock one place, I bet you can throw a rock and hit another place that has it. So just do a little research.
All right. So again, don't forget, Brian's hitting it all. So Friday, he's going to the concert. Saturday, he's going to the 5K and the plant fair. So if you see Brian at the plant fair, don't get anywhere near him because he's going to smell.
I'll see Brian. I'll see Brian out there.
Just saying. And Justin Clarkson, of course, you're headed to a demolition derby. Justin loves demo derby.
Nice.
So,
okay. You can tell us about that next week too.
Yeah.
So that's fun, because next week we'll talk about how much fun we had at this week's stuff, and we'll talk about what's going on next week too. I love it. I love it.
Because next week we got a preview, because it is going to be a big Saturday next week, because that is the official Carter Blankenship meet and greet at the Autism Spec Run that we're going to sponsor.
I know. It's going to be fun.
That's a lot of pressure. We may have to have security there. I think
make sure you have a good mic if you're going to be interviewing Carter anytime next week, because if you cut the sound out on that kid, I'm coming after you.
I don't think I could interview Carter, because the mass amounts of people around him.
You'll have to get through the crowd.
To him. Right. I'll probably have to have I'll have to get a meet and greet pass or something. But we'll find out. Because that's next. How cool would that be if
so fun.
We need to figure out something to do for people that post a picture with Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Like, where's Waldo? We'll do a Where's Carter contest.
Carter. Oh, there he is. Yeah. And you have to stand like this.
Every picture. There you go. I love that idea. He would eat that up. Now, his mom will be ready to kill me because she won't ever be able to get out of there.
That's okay.
Good stuff. All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the beautiful weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun things to do. If you see Jana out, make sure you say hi. Help
Please
her
say hi.
if she has too many of those pooch punches at the Wags and Wine and Wags event. So here you go.
Come join me.
She's Jana Clark, community admirer. I'm Greg Milby, community storyteller, and this has been show number 109 of Bacon in Your Mailbox. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, y'all.